So we understand that money is energy. And I heard you speak about manifestation a little bit earlier. So to keep the conversation moving forward,
Uh-huh.
do you believe that money can be manifested through prayer? And if you do, right, how does that whole mechanism work? Like, how does that work? How do you manifest money through prayer? How does that happen?
Okay. All right. Good. Good question. So first of all, to pray is to create according to the divine laws, which means that your creation process needs to be in alignment with the divine laws of the universe. So to pray is to create, but also at the same time, it's to co-create because you are creating within your mind and God's mind, which is the cosmic mind, the mastermind, is taking what you created and manifesting it. So now the way the mechanism works, it's very simple. First, number one, you have to have the mental picture of what it is that you want. And number two, you have to dwell on that mental picture with all of your senses, right? As if you already had it until
Mhm.
your brain begins to create chemicals to support that mental picture, which means that the brain must begin to release happy chemicals before you can be sure that the mental picture has become a part of who you are. So
Mhm.
the first part is very physiological, which means what you want, you have to envision it. And before it can become the cells of your brain, you have to involve your senses in it. Your sense of touch, taste, hear, and smell. If you involve at least three of those senses, the brain will believe it as a reality and it will develop cells for it or neural
Mhm.
pathways for it, or it will begin to develop neurological connections for it. So once the connection is established, the brain will begin to create these chemicals for which you will feel as an emotion. So first, you have to know what it is that you want. You have to hold the mental picture of it, and you need to dwell on it long enough. And I teach people how to do that because it's related directly to your self image. It's almost like, let's say, Joe, that you go to a
Mhm.
potter's house and he's making a vase and he's a bad potter. And he will create a very bad vase because the vase is created in the image and likeness of the potter.
Mhm.
So until you learn from someone who knows how to develop the right self-image, the self-image is the potter. If you have a poor self-image, it's going to create a very poor vision of what you want. But once you learn to develop the right potter or the right self-image in you, the person you are will create a picture of what it is you want. And once that picture is created, you are already in the process of creation, right? The prayer has begun. It begins with the picture. You involve your senses and it becomes part of your brain. Then your brain releases in the second dimension of the prayer, which is the feeling. You start feeling that emotion, right? Because the chemicals released by the brain become an actual feeling. And once it becomes part of your aura releases it into the universe like a radio frequency or a television frequency. And once the aura releases into the universe or the space, the mastermind is going to pick it up and it's going to move it into people who can provide the avenues and the circumstances for you to have what it is that you want, right? The mastermind will distribute it to them telepathically at the subconscious level and through means that you cannot understand. We don't understand it. You will begin to meet people,
Right.
be in the right places where those people who are now becoming the manifestation of the mastermind on the subconscious level to meet with you and create these very unique circumstances so that you can have what you want. And that's the mechanism. But it begins with developing the right self image in you, because without the right self image, you cannot develop a clear picture on the mental and emotional level in order to manifest them. So that's what I learned um, by means of my spiritual mentors, which are Alan and Danielle Dogba. They taught me these powerful principles. They created this money. It's like money that the angels revealed to them, and it's called auric money. It's like an auric currency. I know it sounds wild, but when I went through their program that was called Cashtogram, they taught us how to magnetize money and how to pray specifically to bring in financial abundance. And this is, you know, what I now teach. You have to develop the self-image in order to effectively pray and co-create with spirit.